Another thing we can do is we can add in a bonus here. So if I just refresh this here, once we get the entire, we do everything within the cycle here, we can add in a little bonus. Okay, and this bonus here will just say bonus 10 or like plus 10 or something like that. And we can easily do that. Now let's go and figure out how we do that. Well, it's very simple actually. I'm going to go and I'm actually just going to clone this object type here. And I'm just going to hide this HUD for a second. And just, it's always good to kind of take a look at your layers and see if you're on the right layer, because tons of times I've actually been making the wrong layer here. So I'm going to make this actually pretty big. Okay, something like that, and something closer to the top here. And we're going to do the center, and instead of cycles remaining, we'll call this bonus plus 10. Okay, and maybe the exclamation point's a bit too much. Bonus plus 10, and I think the player knows what that means. And the size will make, let's say 250. This might be too much. It is too much. So you do have to change the size up a bit, 200. And let's just see where we're at here in terms of size. Okay, bonus plus 10. So actually that's kind of the size I wanted. All right. And yeah, there we go. So bonus plus 10. Let's just take a look at how that looks. Yeah, and actually that looks pretty cool. I like it. In fact, I do really enjoy the white, which is quite nice. We might change this up later, but the white as as a graphic user interface, because it contrasts the dark so much, and there's nothing else, no other color used like that in the game. It actually works out pretty well. Now, one thing I really wish is if you could add in a border around the words. That would, when you do that, it kind of makes it pop out a bit more. So anyway, bonus here, and what we'll do is we'll call it and we'll put it in here, and the position here is going to be 6 and 292. So just move that in here, and what we'll do is we'll say txt, and it was cycles to set position to 6 and 292. Okay, and what that will do is that once we get everything in there, it will just move everything over. So if we just do this here, looks pretty neat, not too hard, and then bam, bonus plus 10. And you see here that obviously it doesn't do anything there. And so what we can do here is we can actually go to wait, and we'll wait, let's say 2 seconds. 2 seconds is actually quite a bit of time. We'll wait 2 seconds, and then we will actually copy and paste this here, and we'll set this something to way back out here. And so we got minus 12, and then let's say minus 500. So let's just go ahead and let's say minus 12 and minus 500. And so that will set it back to that position. So let's just run the layout here. So we got 1, 2, 3, bum, ba, da, da, da. And there we go, bonus plus 10, and then it moves it away. Pretty cool, right? Now there's a whole bunch of things that we can do here. We can like fade it out, fade it in, etc. But we'll just wait till the next cycle, and I'll see if I can beat my own game here. And actually, playing your own game is good, but it's also a little bit detrimental too, just because you want to make sure that. All right, so I think I can get this. Bam. Okay, bonus plus 10, and then it moves away there. Now there's a couple things you can do to make this a little bit more cool. I actually kind of like the bonus just coming up like that. One thing I actually do is you can go to txt cycles, and we should probably change that right now. So we're going to call this txt bonus, just like that. And the bonus plus 10 is going to say once that's created, so txt bonus, and we're going to go on created. So once it's created, in fact, usually I create the object, but since we're moving it to position, so we're going to actually just go txt compare x, okay, and if the x is equal to 6, and then if we push C to add it another condition, and then we're going to put compare y is equal to 292, okay, and that means that when that object is moved to this location here, we can go and simply we can say the txt bonus here, or txt cycles, the bonus here, and yeah, just making sure it is the bonus here. We can move at angle, okay, and that angle is going to be, I believe it's 270, and 270 is rotating to the top, and since it's 270, it will move 1 pixel. So if we run it here and we kind of do this, I already know what it's going to do. It's not going to work the way I want it to, okay, and it just kind of stays there and then goes away. But what we can also do is, if we say if x, and it's the y that we're considering, right? And the y, let's see, is is it greater than or less than? Yeah, it's less than or equal to. So if the y is less than or equal to, it will move it up. So let's just do this again. And you see how I'm testing a lot? It's really important. There we go. You can kind of move it up to whatever you want here. It's up to you. And if you want to move it faster, you can just move it more than 1 pixel. You can move it, let's say, this is gonna move real fast. So let's just do that again. 3, 4, boom. Okay, there we go. And yeah, that's pretty much how it works here. Personally, I just like it moving on and off the screen, but some people like to do that. That concludes the tutorial.